America is shifting, and fast. Towns are vanishing, highways are quieter, and entire counties are losing people by the thousands. This isn't a temporary trend, it's a collapse in slow motion. As housing costs soar in some states and job markets dry up in others, Americans are voting with their feet. Tens of thousands are leaving behind communities they've lived in for decades because staying no longer makes sense. And once people start leaving, everything unravels. These aren't just random moves, they're mass migrations with economic, political, and social consequences. Schools are shutting down, hospitals are closing, and tax bases are drying up. Entire regions are hollowing out, and no one's coming to fix it. Here are the 10 U.S. states that are emptying out and the real reasons why they're collapsing right before our eyes. Number 10. North Dakota. North Dakota's vast open plains and small-town charm are simply not enough to keep people from leaving. Despite its oil-rich economy, the state has been seeing a decline in its workforce, particularly among younger residents. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, North Dakota saw a net loss of over 4,000 residents in 2023 alone. One of the biggest reasons for this decline: the extreme winters, with temperatures often plunging to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit and blizzards making daily life nearly impossible. The state is becoming less desirable to live in. The economy, while still benefiting from the oil industry, has slowed compared to its boom years. Many workers who once flocked to the state for high-paying jobs in oil fields are now leaving as automation and market shifts reduce demand. With fewer economic opportunities outside the energy sector, many young professionals are choosing more diverse job markets elsewhere. Healthcare access is another growing issue. Rural hospital closures have left many communities with limited medical services, forcing residents to drive hours for basic healthcare needs. The lack of medical infrastructure is yet another reason why people are packing up and heading out. Even though North Dakota boasts a low cost of living, it isn't enough to outweigh its challenges. Between the harsh climate, declining job market, and limited health care, it's clear why people are choosing to leave this sparsely populated state. Number 9. West Virginia. West Virginia, once the heart of America's coal industry, is now one of the fastest declining states in the nation. Once thriving mining towns have become shells of their former selves, leaving communities struggling to survive. The state's population shrank by over 18,000 residents between 2022 and 2023, according to census data. Job loss is one of the biggest factors driving this exodus. Coal mining, once the backbone of West Virginia's economy, has been steadily declining for decades due to automation and shifting energy policies. Without new industries to replace these lost jobs, many residents are forced to move elsewhere for work. West Virginia also ranks among the poorest states in the country. With a poverty rate of 16.6%, many families struggle to make ends meet, and younger generations see little incentive to stay. Wages are lower compared to neighboring states, making relocation an appealing option for many. Education is another issue that drives people away. The state ranks among the lowest in the nation for public school quality and higher education opportunities, pushing families to seek better schooling options elsewhere. Without a strong educational foundation, West Virginia faces an uphill battle in retaining its younger population. Healthcare accessibility is also a major concern. Many rural hospitals have shut down due to underfunding, making it difficult for residents to receive medical care without traveling long distances. As services continue to disappear, the appeal of staying in the state diminishes even further. Number 8. Wyoming. Wyoming might be home to Yellowstone National Park, but that hasn't stopped people from leaving. While the state's scenic beauty is undeniable, its extreme weather, economic limitations, and low population density make it less than ideal for many Americans. In 2023, Wyoming's population saw another year of decline, losing over 3,000 residents. Winters in Wyoming are brutally harsh. With heavy snowfalls, below-zero temperatures, and frequent road closures, many people find the climate too extreme for year-round living. For those who aren't used to such conditions, relocating to a milder state becomes an obvious choice. Job opportunities in Wyoming are limited outside of tourism and natural resources. While energy and ranching industries remain stable, there are few options for high-paying jobs in tech, healthcare, or finance. Many young professionals and college graduates are leaving for states with stronger and more diverse job markets. The state also struggles with healthcare access. With so many small and remote towns, medical facilities are scarce, and many residents must travel long distances for even routine care. This lack of healthcare infrastructure makes Wyoming an impractical place to live, particularly for families and retirees. The cost of living remains relatively low, but wages are not competitive. Without economic incentives or career advancement opportunities, it's difficult to convince new residents to move in. As a result, the state continues to shrink in population. Even though Wyoming offers unparalleled natural beauty, it simply doesn't offer enough to keep people from leaving. Without major investments in infrastructure and industry, the downward trend will likely persist. Number 7. Maine. Maine's rugged coastline and picturesque towns may seem idyllic, but it's one of the fastest aging states in America. With a median age of 45, the state struggles to retain younger residents who seek better opportunities elsewhere. According to census data, Maine lost nearly 6,000 residents in 2023, continuing a trend of slow population decline. The job market is a major concern. While tourism and fishing remain staples of the economy, they don't provide stable, high-paying jobs for professionals. Many young workers are relocating to larger cities like Boston, where career growth and salaries are far more competitive. Maine's brutal winters don't help its case. With temperatures frequently dropping below zero and snow accumulation exceeding 75 inches per year, the weather can be grueling for residents. Many people, particularly retirees, are choosing to relocate to warmer states like Florida or the Carolinas. Housing affordability is also becoming an issue. While home prices were once relatively low, property values have surged by nearly 15% in the past 3 years, making it increasingly difficult for younger families to buy homes. Rising property taxes further add to the financial strain. Healthcare accessibility is another factor driving people away. Many rural areas in Maine suffer from doctor shortages, and hospital closures have made it harder for residents to receive adequate care. For aging residents, this lack of medical services is a major deterrent. Number 6. South Dakota. South Dakota's sprawling plains and famous landmarks like Mount Rushmore attract millions of visitors, but few choose to stay long-term. Despite a relatively strong agricultural economy, the state is losing residents due to limited job prospects and harsh winters. Census data from 2023 shows that South Dakota saw a net population loss of 5,200 people. Job opportunities are limited outside of farming and tourism. While Sioux Falls and Rapid City offer some career prospects, many industries fail to provide competitive wages compared to larger cities in neighboring states. As a result, young professionals are leaving for places with better career growth. The climate is another major issue. South Dakota's winters are brutally cold, with temperatures often dipping below -10 degrees Fahrenheit and frequent snowstorms making travel difficult. Many people simply don't want to endure such harsh conditions when warmer alternatives exist. Healthcare access remains a growing concern, particularly in rural areas. Many South Dakotans have to travel long distances to find specialized medical care, and doctor shortages make it difficult to maintain a reliable healthcare system. This is especially problematic for the state's aging population. Despite low housing costs, affordability doesn't always equate to desirability. The combination of low wages, extreme weather, and isolation makes South Dakota a less attractive option for young families and professionals. Until the state diversifies its economy, population decline will likely persist. Even with its strong sense of community and beautiful landscapes, South Dakota continues to see more people leaving than moving in. Without major improvements to infrastructure and industry, its future population outlook remains bleak. Number 5. Montana. Montana's breathtaking mountain views and outdoor recreation opportunities draw visitors, but few are willing to stay permanently. Despite its natural beauty, the state's economy is struggling to keep pace with the rest of the country. In 2023, Montana experienced a net population loss of nearly 6,500 residents, according to census figures. Housing costs are becoming a major issue. The median home price in Montana has skyrocketed by over 20% in the last 3 years, making it increasingly unaffordable for many residents. Rising property taxes and a lack of affordable housing options have forced many to relocate. The job market is another weak point. While tourism and agriculture remain economic drivers, they don't provide enough stable, high-paying jobs to keep young professionals in the state. Many college graduates leave for better paying opportunities in nearby states like Washington and Colorado. Winters in Montana can be unforgiving. Snowfall in some areas exceeds 100 inches annually, and freezing temperatures make daily life challenging for residents. Many retirees and families are opting for milder climates where they don't have to endure such extreme conditions. Infrastructure and healthcare access are also problematic. Many rural hospitals have shut down, forcing residents to travel hours for specialized care. The lack of investment in public services continues to make Montana less desirable for long-term residency. Number 4. Alaska. Alaska is by far the largest state in the U.S., but it remains one of the least populated. Despite its vast resources and breathtaking wilderness, people are leaving at record rates. Census reports indicate that Alaska lost over 5,000 residents in 2023, adding to a decade-long trend of population decline. The cost of living is a major reason why people are leaving. Due to its remote location, everyday goods such as groceries and fuel cost significantly more than in the lower 48 states. The median home price in Anchorage has surpassed $429,000, making it difficult for many residents to afford housing. Extreme weather conditions make life even harder. Alaska's long, dark winters see temperatures plummet as low as -50 degrees Fahrenheit in some regions, and heavy snowfall can make daily activities challenging. Many people simply don't want to endure the frigid conditions year after year. Limited job opportunities outside of oil and fishing are another major issue. While the state offers high wages in some industries, there are few career options in fields like tech, finance, or healthcare. Many younger residents are moving to states with more diverse job markets. Healthcare access is another significant concern. Many Alaskans live in remote areas with no nearby hospitals, forcing them to travel long distances for medical care. This lack of accessibility is a major deterrent for families and retirees. Despite its adventurous appeal and financial incentives like the permanent fund dividend, Alaska continues to struggle with population retention. Without improvements in affordability and infrastructure, the trend of people leaving is unlikely to change. Number 3. Nebraska. Nebraska may be the heart of the Midwest, but that hasn't stopped people from leaving in droves. Despite having a relatively low unemployment rate, the state is failing to keep its residents. In 2023, Nebraska experienced a net migration loss of over 4,500 people, according to census data. One major reason is the lack of urbanization. Outside of Omaha and Lincoln, much of Nebraska consists of small towns with limited entertainment, nightlife, and career opportunities. Many young professionals prefer states with more vibrant urban centers. Extreme weather also plays a role in the exodus. Nebraska faces brutally cold winters and scorching hot summers, making it difficult for residents to enjoy year-round comfort. Tornadoes are also a frequent threat, adding to the state's weather-related challenges. Housing remains affordable, but stagnant wages make financial growth difficult. Many residents leave for states where they can earn more while maintaining a similar cost of living. Without wage growth, retaining residents will continue to be a challenge. Healthcare accessibility is another growing issue. Rural hospitals are shutting down, forcing residents to drive long distances for medical care. For families and aging populations, this is a major drawback. Number 2. Kansas. Kansas, known for its vast wheat fields and classic Midwestern charm, has been struggling to hold on to its residents. Despite a relatively low cost of living, the state is seeing a steady decline in population. According to U.S. Census data, Kansas experienced a net migration loss of over 6,000 residents in 2023 alone. One major factor behind this decline is the economy. While agriculture remains a stronghold, the state has struggled to attract and retain high-paying jobs in emerging industries. Many young professionals are leaving for states with more diverse job markets, such as Colorado or Texas. Kansas is also notorious for extreme weather conditions. Summers can be blistering hot, with temperatures soaring past 100 degrees Fahrenheit, while winters bring icy storms and heavy snowfall. Tornadoes are a frequent threat, making the state one of the most disaster-prone areas in the country. Entertainment and cultural amenities are lacking compared to larger metropolitan areas. Outside of Kansas City and Wichita, many towns offer little in terms of nightlife, fine dining, or major attractions. Young residents seeking vibrant social scenes often relocate to larger cities. Public services, particularly healthcare and education, have been underfunded in many parts of the state. Rural hospitals are closing at an alarming rate, leaving many communities with limited access to essential healthcare services. Families with children are choosing to move elsewhere for better schooling and medical care. Number 1. Mississippi. Topping the list is Mississippi, a state that has been experiencing one of the highest rates of population decline in the nation. Known for its rich history and deep southern roots, Mississippi has been losing residents at an alarming pace. Census reports show that the state had a net population loss of over 9,000 people in 2023 alone. The economy is one of the biggest challenges facing Mississippi. With one of the lowest median household incomes in the U.S. at just $50,500, financial struggles are pushing many residents to seek better opportunities elsewhere. The state consistently ranks at the bottom for job growth, wage increases, and overall economic development. Mississippi also ranks last in the country for education. Many public schools suffer from chronic underfunding, low test scores, and high dropout rates. With few quality educational options, families are choosing to relocate to states with stronger school systems. The state's healthcare system is in crisis. Mississippi has one of the highest rates of uninsured residents, and many hospitals, particularly in rural areas, are closing due to financial difficulties. The lack of adequate medical services makes it an impractical place for retirees and those with chronic health conditions. Infrastructure is another weak point. Many roads, bridges, and public utilities are in desperate need of repair, yet funding for these improvements remains insufficient. With deteriorating infrastructure and few new business investments, the state continues to struggle with economic stagnation. So, what do you think? Are these states truly emptying out, or do they just need a little revitalization? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore our channel for more insights. Thank you for watching.